Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, hear me today. We are in a battle. Not a battle of flesh and blood, but a battle of the mind, a war waged in the deepest corners of our thoughts. And too many of us are losing, not because we lack strength, but because we've allowed the wrong voices to echo in our heads. But today I declare it stops now. For the next 3 days, I challenge you to become the gatekeeper of your mind, the guardian of your spirit, and the architect of your future. For the next 3 days, you will talk to yourself differently. Why? Because what you say to yourself matters. Your words are seeds, and the harvest of your life depends on what you plant in the soil of your soul. If you speak defeat, you'll live defeated. If you speak doubt, you'll drown in it. But if you speak life, oh, you will live. Day 1, speak vision. The first day, I want you to rise up and declare who you are becoming. Don't talk about where you've been, talk about where you're going. Tell yourself, I am more than my past. I am stepping into my destiny. I may not see it yet, but I feel it coming. Speak vision over your life, because if you don't see it first, no one else will. Say it until you believe it. Say it until it silences the voice of doubt. Say it until it drowns out the noise of fear. Day 2, speak strength. On the second day, I want you to speak to the warrior inside of you. Life may have knocked you down, but remind yourself, I am not staying down. I am stronger than I think. I was built for this. When you feel weak, say, I am strong. When you feel tired, say, I am pressing forward, because strength doesn't start in your muscles, it starts in your mind. The moment you decide not to quit, that is the moment strength rises up in you. Day 3, speak gratitude. On the third day, I want you to talk to yourself with gratitude. Stop focusing on what you don't have and thank God for what you do. Say, I am grateful for this breath in my lungs. I am grateful for this day, this chance, this moment. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It turns what you have into enough. It reminds you that even in the midst of the struggle, you are still standing, and if you're still standing, you're still winning. For 3 days, talk to yourself like this and watch what happens. The way you see yourself will change. The way you walk will change. The way you face your challenges will change. Because when you change the way you speak, you change the way you think. And when you change the way you think, you change the way you live. Words are not mere sounds or symbols, they are carriers of power. From the moment a word is spoken, it sets things into motion. Words have the ability to build up or tear down, to inspire or discourage, to heal or wound. They are tools of creation and destruction, capable of shaping the atmosphere around us and the reality within us. This is not a concept limited to poetry or philosophy. It is a universal truth that manifests in every facet of life. The words we choose to speak, especially to ourselves, are perhaps the most impactful of all. They are not just reflections of our thoughts, they actively shape those thoughts and, by extension, our actions, decisions, and destinies. When we understand that words carry weight, we begin to realize that every word we speak is a choice. Every word either waters the seeds of potential within us or stifles their growth. Words are like mirrors. They reflect what we believe about ourselves, and over time, they reinforce those beliefs. Imagine someone who constantly tells themselves, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough. Those words begin as fleeting thoughts, but with repetition, they solidify into a narrative. That narrative becomes the lens through which they view their abilities and the world around them. Before long, it's not just a thought, it's a belief. And beliefs dictate actions. If you believe you're incapable, you're less likely to take risks, pursue opportunities, or push through challenges. The self-fulfilling prophecy takes hold, all because of the power of words. But the reverse is also true. Just as words can tear down, they can also build. When someone starts saying, I am capable, or I can figure this out, something begins to shift. At first, it may feel like a lie. The words might clash with the feelings of doubt or fear inside. But if those words are spoken consistently, they start to plant seeds of possibility. The brain begins to search for evidence to support the new narrative. Little by little, confidence grows, actions follow. Progress is made. And eventually those words that once felt like lies become truths, woven into the very fabric of who that person is. This is the transformative power of words. We must also recognize that words are not passive, they are active. Every word has energy. Some words carry the energy of life, hope, and courage, while others carry the energy of despair, defeat, and negativity. Think about a time when someone spoke a kind or encouraging word to you. It may have been a simple phrase, "You can do it," or "I believe in you," but it had the power to lift your spirits, energize your efforts, and push you forward. Now think about a time when harsh or critical words were spoken. Even if they weren't true, they had the power to linger, to gnaw at your confidence and make you question your worth. This is the impact of words, and this is why it is so critical to choose them carefully. The way we speak to others is important, but the way we speak to ourselves is even more crucial. Why? Because the conversations we have with ourselves are constant. While the voices of others may come and go, our own voice is with us every waking moment. It is the most influential voice in our lives. When we speak to ourselves with kindness, encouragement, and belief, we create an internal environment where growth and resilience can flourish. But when we bombard ourselves with criticism, doubt, and negativity, we create a hostile environment that stifles our potential. Words have the power to shape not only our thoughts, but also our emotions. The words we choose can amplify fear or foster peace. They can heighten anger or cultivate forgiveness. For example, when faced with a challenge, someone might say to themselves, "This is too hard. I'll never get through it." Those words immediately trigger feelings of overwhelm and hopelessness. But if instead they say, "This is difficult, but I'll take it one step at a time," those words create a sense of calm and determination. The situation hasn't changed, but the words have shifted the emotional response, which in turn influences the actions that follow. The power of words extends beyond the individual. They have the ability to ripple outward and affect the people around us. When we speak life-giving words to ourselves, we carry that energy into our interactions with others. A person who speaks to themselves with kindness and encouragement is more likely to extend that same kindness and encouragement to those they encounter. Conversely, someone who constantly berates themselves is more likely to project negativity onto others. This is why the way we talk to ourselves doesn't just affect us, it affects the entire atmosphere we create in our relationships, workplaces, and communities. Words also have a spiritual dimension. Many ancient texts and teachings emphasize the creative power of words. In some traditions, it is believed that the universe itself was spoken into existence. This idea underscores the profound connection between words and creation. When we speak, we are not just communicating, we are creating. We are bringing thoughts, intentions, and possibilities into the realm of reality. This is why affirmations and declarations are so powerful. They are not just empty phrases, they are acts of creation. When you declare, "I am strong" or "I am capable," you are not just stating a fact, you are creating a reality in which strength and capability can grow. One of the most remarkable things about words is that they are free. They cost nothing to speak, yet their value is immeasurable. This means that the power to transform our lives is always within reach. We don't need special tools or resources, we simply need to use the power of words intentionally. It starts with awareness. Pay attention to the words you speak to yourself. Notice the patterns. Are your words building you up or tearing you down? Are they aligned with the person you want to become, or are they reinforcing old, limiting beliefs? Once you become aware, you have the power to choose differently. You can begin to replace negative words with positive ones, to rewrite the narrative you tell yourself, and to create a new story. It's important to acknowledge that changing the way we talk to ourselves is not always easy. Negative self-talk often becomes a habit, and habits take time to break. There will be moments when the old, familiar words of doubt or criticism try to creep back in. But in those moments, we have a choice. We can let those words take root, or we can counter them with words of truth and possibility. It's not about denying reality or pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what empowers you rather than what limits you. The power of words lies not just in their sound, but in their intention. When we speak to ourselves with intention, we harness the full potential of our words. It's not enough to simply recite positive phrases. We must believe in what we're saying and connect with it on a deeper level. This is where the true transformation happens. When we align our words with our values, our vision, and our purpose, we create a synergy that propels us forward. Words become not just tools of communication, but instruments of change. Every word you speak to yourself is an investment in your future. It is a deposit into the account of your potential. The question is, what kind of investment are you making? Are you speaking words that will yield a return of confidence, courage, and growth? Or are you speaking words that will drain your energy and deplete your spirit? The choice is yours. Every day, every moment, you have the power to choose words that align with the life you want to create. The power of your words is limitless, and it is always within your grasp. Transforming your self-talk over 3 days may seem like a small task, but its potential impact on your life is profound. In just 3 intentional days, you can begin a journey of realignment, rediscovery, and empowerment, all by focusing on the words you speak to yourself. Self-talk is not just a background noise in your mind, it is the narrative that shapes how you perceive your world and your place within it. It influences how you face challenges, celebrate victories, and even how you interact with others. For these 3 days, the challenge is to take complete control over that narrative, to replace negativity with positivity, doubt with belief, and fear with courage. The first step in this journey is awareness. Self-talk often operates in the background, running on autopilot, unnoticed but deeply impactful. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself in quiet moments, when things go wrong or when you're unsure of yourself. Listen to the tone of your inner voice. Is it harsh and critical, or is it gentle and encouraging? For many, the realization comes that their self-talk has been anything but kind. The challenge begins with disrupting this cycle, with the conscious choice to replace every unkind word with something constructive. The first day is crucial because it sets the tone for what's to come. Begin the morning by speaking intentionally to yourself. Look in the mirror and declare who you are and who you're becoming. This isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about recognizing your potential and speaking to it as though it were already fully realized. Say, I am capable. I am strong. I am worthy of success and happiness. Even if the words feel awkward or untrue at first, say them anyway. The act of speaking them out loud is powerful because it disrupts the usual stream of unconscious thoughts and replaces it with something intentional. On the second day, focus on speaking strength into your life. Strength isn't just about physical endurance or resilience, it's about the internal fortitude to face challenges head-on. Tell yourself, I am strong enough to handle whatever comes my way. I have faced difficulties before, and I will overcome this too. Speak these words with conviction, even if you don't fully believe them yet. Words have a way of shaping belief over time. The more you repeat them, the more your mind begins to accept them as truth. This is not about ignoring reality or glossing over challenges. It's about choosing to focus on your ability to overcome them. As you go through the second day, notice how the words you speak to yourself begin to influence your actions. When you speak strength, you might find yourself standing taller, approaching tasks with more determination, or taking on challenges you would have avoided before. This is the ripple effect of positive self-talk. It doesn't just stay in your mind, it begins to manifest in your behavior, your decisions, and your interactions with others. The second day is about building momentum, about creating a positive feedback loop where your words fuel your actions and your actions reinforce your words. The third day is when the real magic begins to unfold. By now, you've spent 2 days actively changing the way you speak to yourself. You've replaced negativity with positivity, doubt with belief, and fear with courage. On the third day, you take it a step further by focusing on gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for transformation because it shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. Begin the third day by speaking words of gratitude to yourself. Say, I am grateful for my strength, for my resilience, for the opportunities ahead of me. Gratitude has a way of softening the edges of fear and doubt. It reminds you that no matter what challenges you face, there is always something to be thankful for. Throughout the third day, continue to speak words of gratitude, not just for what you have, but for what is yet to come. Gratitude is not limited to the present, it is also a declaration of faith in the future. Say, I am grateful for the person I am becoming. I am grateful for the progress I am making. These words are powerful because they create a sense of anticipation and excitement for what lies ahead. They remind you that every step you take, no matter how small, is part of a larger journey toward growth and fulfillment. By the end of the third day, you might notice a profound change in how you feel, think, and act. This is the result of 3 days of intentional self-talk. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. You've begun the process of rewriting the narrative you tell yourself, of replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. This 3-day challenge is not an end in itself, it's a starting point, a foundation upon which you can continue to build. The words you've spoken over these 3 days have the power to echo far beyond this short period. They are the seeds of a new mindset, a new perspective, and a new way of living. Perspective is a powerful force. It determines how we perceive the world, how we approach challenges, and how we respond to opportunities. The way we see things, whether through a lens of optimism or pessimism, possibility or limitation, shapes our experiences and dictates the course of our lives. Yet too often we become prisoners of our own perspectives, trapped in ways of thinking that limit our potential and hinder our progress. The good news, however, is that perspective is not a permanent condition, it is something we can change. And when we do, we change our lives. Every situation in life, whether it is a personal challenge, a professional setback, or a moment of success, can be viewed through countless different lenses. One person may see a failure as a reason to give up, while another may view the same failure as a lesson, an opportunity to grow. One person may see a setback as proof that they are not good enough, while another may see it as a necessary step on the path to success. These different perspectives are not merely about the events themselves, they are about how we interpret and respond to those events. The power to change your life lies in your ability to change your perspective. When you shift the way you see the world, you shift the way you engage with it. This shift can be as subtle as changing your thoughts or as dramatic as transforming your entire outlook on life. But the effects are profound. A change in perspective is like putting on a new pair of glasses. Everything comes into focus, and the world appears brighter, clearer, and more expansive. One of the most important shifts in perspective involves moving from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance. The mindset of scarcity is rooted in the belief that there is not enough to go around, whether it's time, money, opportunities, or love. When we view life through the lens of scarcity, we see challenges as insurmountable obstacles, and we are constantly anxious about what we might be lacking. We might believe that if someone else succeeds, it somehow diminishes our own chances of success. This perspective leads to feelings of fear, insecurity, and competition. In contrast, a mindset of abundance is rooted in the belief that there is more than enough to go around. When we adopt this perspective, we see opportunities everywhere, even in the midst of challenges. We understand that someone else's success does not take away from our own potential for success. We see the world as full of resources, possibilities, and support waiting for us to tap into them. This perspective fosters feelings of gratitude, generosity, and hope. We begin to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth and every setback as a chance to learn and improve. Changing from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance is a process that takes time and effort, but the rewards are immeasurable. When you shift your perspective to one of abundance, you start to see possibilities where you once saw limitations. You stop focusing on what you don't have and start focusing on what you do have. This shift changes how you approach problems and how you interact with others. Instead of feeling threatened by the success of others, you celebrate it knowing that there is enough room for everyone to thrive. You start to believe in your own potential and in the limitless opportunities that life has to offer. Another powerful shift in perspective comes when we choose to see challenges not as threats but as opportunities for growth. Life is filled with obstacles, some of which may seem insurmountable at first. When we face difficulties, it is easy to fall into the trap of viewing them as roadblocks, things that stand in the way of our success or happiness. However, when we change our perspective, we begin to see these challenges as opportunities to learn, evolve, and strengthen ourselves. Instead of seeing failure as something to avoid, we see it as a necessary step on the path to success. Failure is not the end, it is merely feedback that tells us what needs to be adjusted. When we change our perspective, we start to embrace challenges as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. This shift in perspective requires a fundamental change in how we view ourselves. It requires us to see ourselves as resilient and capable, able to handle whatever comes our way. We stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstance and start seeing ourselves as creators of our own destiny. We realize that our greatest strength lies not in avoiding difficulty, but in our ability to persevere in the face of it. Challenges no longer have the power to defeat us. Instead, they become opportunities to rise above. A related shift in perspective involves moving from a mindset of fear to one of faith. Fear is one of the most paralyzing forces in our lives. It keeps us stuck in place, afraid to take risks or make decisions. When we operate from a place of fear, we see the world as a dangerous place full of threats and uncertainties. We become focused on what might go wrong rather than what might go right. Fear tells us to play it safe, to stay small, and to avoid stepping outside of our comfort zones. In contrast, when we choose to operate from a place of faith, we begin to see the world as full of possibilities. Faith allows us to trust that everything will work out in the end, even if we can't see the way forward. Faith doesn't mean that we have no fear, it means that we choose to take action in spite of it. When we operate from a place of faith, we are able to take risks, make bold decisions, and move forward with confidence. We trust that the universe, God, or whatever higher power we believe in has our back and is guiding us on our journey. Faith does not mean ignoring the difficulties we face, but it does mean that we trust ourselves in the process, knowing that challenges are temporary and growth is inevitable. A perspective rooted in faith allows us to navigate life with a sense of peace and purpose, rather than being driven by fear and uncertainty. When we make this shift, we open ourselves up to new opportunities, new experiences, and new possibilities. One of the most transformative shifts in perspective is the ability to see ourselves as worthy of success and happiness. Too many of us struggle with feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. We may believe that we are not good enough, that we don't deserve the life we want, or that we are somehow flawed or unworthy. These beliefs are often rooted in past experiences, societal conditioning, or messages we receive from others. But the truth is, every person is inherently worthy of love, success, and fulfillment. Changing this perspective begins with recognizing and embracing our inherent worth. When we change our perspective on our own worth, we stop settling for less than we deserve. We stop tolerating toxic relationships, unhealthy habits, and situations that don't serve us. We start to make choices based on our values and our sense of self-worth. We begin to believe that we are deserving of success, happiness, and all the good things that life has to offer. This shift in perspective opens the door to a life that is aligned with our highest potential, where we actively pursue our goals and dreams, knowing that we are worthy of achieving them. Changing your perspective doesn't mean that life will suddenly become free of challenges or obstacles. It doesn't mean that you won't face difficulties or setbacks along the way. But it does mean that you will approach life with a new mindset, one that empowers you to handle whatever comes your way. It means that you will view challenges as opportunities for growth, and you will approach each day with a sense of possibility rather than limitation. When you change your perspective, you change how you experience life. And when you change how you experience life, you change the trajectory of your future. Affirmations are a powerful tool for transformation, a simple yet profound way to shape your reality. They are not just words or phrases recited mindlessly, they are declarations of your inner strength, your desires, and your beliefs. When used effectively, affirmations can serve as a catalyst for change, reprogramming your subconscious mind and aligning your thoughts with your highest potential. Empowering yourself through affirmations is not about tricking your mind into believing something that isn't true. Rather, it is about reinforcing the truth of who you are and what you are capable of. It is about shifting your focus from limitations to possibilities and embracing the belief that you are worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment. At their core, affirmations are a tool for self-empowerment because they allow you to take control of your inner dialogue. Our thoughts, whether we realize it or not, have a profound impact on the way we experience life. They shape our emotions, influence our actions, and ultimately create the circumstances of our reality. The majority of our thoughts are habitual, formed over a lifetime of experiences, societal conditioning, and personal beliefs. Many of these thoughts are negative or self-limiting, leading us to believe that we are not enough, that we are incapable, or that we are destined to fail. These beliefs, often unconscious, create a self-fulfilling prophecy where we act in ways that reinforce our doubts and fears. Affirmations counteract this negative self-talk by providing a positive, empowering alternative. They interrupt the cycle of doubt and replace it with truth, strength, and possibility. The process of using affirmations begins with identifying the beliefs and thought patterns that no longer serve you. These are the beliefs that keep you stuck, small, or afraid to take risks. Perhaps you believe that you are not worthy of success, or that you are destined to fail. Maybe you struggle with feelings of inadequacy or doubt. Whatever the limiting beliefs are, affirmations give you the power to rewrite them, replacing them with empowering statements that reflect your true potential. The first step in using affirmations to empower yourself is to create statements that resonate deeply with you. These affirmations should reflect not only what you want to achieve, but also the qualities and strengths you already possess. For example, if you are struggling with self-doubt, an affirmation like "I am confident and capable of handling whatever comes my way" can help to shift your mindset. It reminds you that you already have the inner resources to succeed, even if you may not always feel that way. If you are facing a challenging situation, an affirmation such as "I trust in my ability to overcome obstacles and find solutions" can help you stay focused and empowered, rather than overwhelmed. The key to powerful affirmations lies in their repetition and emotional connection. It's not enough to simply say the words, you must feel them. Affirmations work best when you align your thoughts, words, and emotions. When you say, "I am strong and resilient," feel the strength within you. Visualize yourself as someone who can weather any storm, someone who rises up in the face of adversity. This emotional connection brings the affirmation to life and helps to activate your subconscious mind, reinforcing the positive belief that you are capable, worthy, and empowered. As you continue to use affirmations daily, you may begin to notice subtle shifts in your thinking and behavior. Your old limiting beliefs may start to lose their power over you, replaced by a new sense of self-belief and confidence. This process takes time, as changing long-held beliefs and thought patterns is not an overnight process. But with consistent practice, affirmations can rewire your subconscious mind, gradually replacing negativity with positivity. Over time, this shift in mindset will begin to influence your actions. You will find yourself making decisions that reflect your new, empowered perspective. You may take risks that you would have previously avoided or pursue opportunities that once seemed out of reach. As your thoughts change, so do your actions, and as your actions change, so does the reality you create. Affirmations also serve as a reminder of your worth and potential. In a world where we are often bombarded with messages of inadequacy and comparison, affirmations help to ground us in the truth of who we are. They remind us that we are enough just as we are, that we have everything we need within us to succeed, and that we deserve to live a life of joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Many of us struggle with feelings of unworthiness, believing that we need to prove ourselves in some way before we are deserving of success or happiness. Affirmations help to break down this belief, reminding us that we are worthy simply because we exist. We do not need to earn our worth. It is inherent in who we are. One of the most powerful aspects of affirmations is their ability to shape our future. When we speak words of affirmation, we are not just speaking about our present reality, we are declaring the future we want to create. Affirmations are a form of intention setting, a way to consciously focus on the outcomes we desire. For example, if you are working toward a career goal, an affirmation such as "I am attracting new opportunities that align with my passions and skills" helps you to focus your energy on the possibilities ahead. You are not just passively hoping for success, you are actively creating it with your words and thoughts. The more you affirm the future you want, the more you align your actions with that vision. The power of affirmations also lies in their ability to dissolve fear and doubt. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles to personal growth and success. It keeps us stuck in our comfort zones, afraid to take risks or step into the unknown. But when we use affirmations to empower ourselves, we create a mental environment that is free from fear. Affirmations such as "I am not afraid of failure, I see it as an opportunity to learn and grow," or "I am fearless in the pursuit of my dreams" help to reframe our relationship with fear. Rather than seeing fear as something to avoid, we begin to see it as a natural part of the process of growth. We no longer allow fear to control our decisions. Instead, we choose to move forward in spite of it. As you incorporate affirmations into your daily routine, you may find that they help you build resilience in the face of challenges. Life is full of obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but affirmations give you the mental and emotional strength to push through. When you face a difficult situation, an affirmation like "I have the strength to overcome any challenge" can remind you that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This resilience doesn't mean that you won't experience moments of frustration or disappointment. It means that no matter what happens, you will continue moving forward with belief in yourself and your ability to adapt and overcome. One of the most beautiful aspects of affirmations is that they are accessible to everyone. They do not require any special skills or resources. They are available to anyone who is willing to take the time to use them. Whether you are working toward a specific goal or simply seeking to improve your self-esteem, affirmations are a tool that anyone can use to empower themselves. The more you use affirmations, the more they become a part of your daily life, shaping your thoughts and actions in ways that may surprise you. Empowering yourself through affirmations is an ongoing practice, one that requires consistency and commitment. It's not about saying a few words and expecting immediate results. It's about making affirmations a regular part of your routine and using them to gradually shift your mindset. Over time, you will begin to notice that your thoughts become more positive, your beliefs more empowering, and your actions more aligned with your goals. With practice, affirmations become a way of life, a powerful tool for transformation that you carry with you wherever you go. And as you continue to affirm your worth, your strength, and your potential, you will find that the life you desire is not something outside of you, but something that has been inside you all along, waiting to be awakened.